What happened to Harry Chapin? Harry Chapin was born on December 7th, 1942 in New York City, the second of four children of percussionist Jim Chapin and Jean Elspeth, daughter of the literary critic Kenneth Burke. The earliest Chapin to come to America was Samuel Chapin, who was the first deacon of Springfield, Massachusetts in 1636. Chapin's parents divorced in 1950, with his mother retaining custody of their four sons, as Jim spent much of his time on the road as a drummer for big band era acts such as Woody Herman. He began performing while he was in high school, singing in the Brooklyn Heights Boys Choir and forming a band with his brothers Tom and Stephen. Chapin graduated from Brooklyn Technical High School in 1960 and was among the 5 inductees in the school's Alumni Hall of Fame for the year 2000. He briefly attended the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and was then a student at Cornell University but did not complete a degree. During college, he decided to pursue a career as a documentary filmmaker, and in 1968, he directed the Oscar-nominated legendary Champions. In 1971, he switched careers, concentrating on music. Chapin recruited a backing band through an ad in the Village Voice. The respondents included bassist John Wallace, guitarist Ron Palmer, and Tim Scott. The group began performing in various clubs around New York, and the singer-songwriter was soon signed to Elektra Records. Heads and Tails, Chapin's first album, was released in the summer of 1972 and became a success thanks to the hit single Taxi, which soon became the songwriter's signature tune. The song was performed on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, which received so many calls that Chapin returned the next night. It was also one of the first performances on the Midnight Special, with John Denver hosting. Later that year, he released his second album, Sniper and Other Love Songs, which didn't fare quite as well as his debut. Short Stories, Chapin's third album, appeared in the spring of 1973. It spent 23 weeks on the chart due to the success of the single WOLD, a story about the life of a disc jockey. After recording his fourth album, Verities and Balderdash, Chapin disbanded his backing band and began work on his musical The Night That Made America Famous. Both Wallace and Michael Masters worked on the show, along with guitarist Doug Walker, drummer Howie Fields, and Chapin's brothers Tom, Steve, and Jim. While he was working on the musical, Verities and Balderdash became his biggest hit, peaking at number 4 on the Billboard 200 and going gold. The album's success was benefited by the number 1 hit single, Cats in the Cradle, a song about an inconsiderate, career-driven father that was based on a poem written by Chapin's wife. The Night That Made America Famous opened on February 26, 1975. It closed on April 6 after 75 performances and earned 2 Tony nominations. He won an Emmy Award that spring for his contributions to ABC's television's children's series Make-A-Wish, which was hosted by his brother Tom. That spring, the singer-songwriter co-founded World Hunger Year, a charity designed to raise money to fight international famine, and the organization earned over $350,000 in its first year. In the fall of 1975, Chapin delivered Portrait Gallery, his follow-up to Verities and Balderdash. While it performed respectably, peaking at number 53, it failed to recapture the mass audience of his previous album. Greatest Stories Live, a double album released early in 1976, became the singer-songwriter's second gold album, peaking at number 48. Chapin was becoming more politically active throughout 1976, as evidenced by his role as a delegate at that summer's Democratic Convention. Late in 1976, he released On the Road to Kingdom Come, which spent a mere 6 weeks on the charts. The 1977 double album Dance Band on the Titanic was on the charts for a few more weeks, but it didn't spawn a hit single. The following year, he met with President Jimmy Carter discussing the need for a presidential commission on hunger, and he also released Living Room Suite mid-year, which peaked at number 133. He released a second live album, Legends of the Lost and Found New Greatest Stories Live, in late '79. It was his least successful album, spending only 3 weeks on the Billboard 200. In 1980, he signed with Boardwalk Records and released Sequel. The title track was a sequel to his first hit single, Taxi, and became his last top 40 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. The second single, Remember When the Music, became a top 50 hit on the Adult Contemporary chart. The last single, Story of a Life, became a hit on the Bubbling Under chart. On July 16, 1981, Chapin was driving to a business meeting on the Long Island Expressway near East Meadow, New York, when his car was rear-ended by a tractor-trailer. The accident caused his gas tank to explode, killing him in the process. A memorial fund was established in his name following his death, with Elektra providing an initial donation of $10,000. Over the years, the fund has raised an estimated $5 million, which has gone to a variety of social causes that were close to his heart. And that's what happened to Harry Chapin. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give me some facts about him that I failed to mention in this video, and let me know who I should do next on the channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.